Okay, down to earth now. Oh, down to flatland. Well, high altitude uh, breath training. Basically, in a city, I mean, there's not many hills and things like that right now. But depending where you are, in some cities they would have hills right now. Yeah. So the higher up you go, it's difficult to breathe. Yeah. So I've been using this this mask. Basically, this is a casing I bought as a generic case from another company. But this is not part of the mask company. Uh, they do their own mask, but it's more expensive right now. So I thought, well, you know, unless you're promoting these companies, their products, so then why would I like just for maybe posterity? You can buy them together. Some people do it right now. So I didn't buy the case separate. They were selling it separate. It didn't came as part of a package. Yeah. I bought this about 4 years ago now. Yeah. When I bought it, yeah, this is the 2.0. The first one I bought 1.0. I bought it 10 years ago now. Maybe more than 10 years ago now, right now, yeah. And obviously, the design, everything, they changed, yeah. This one has, well, the last time I looked, they still have 2.0, but they might have others. I mean, the products, they change continuously. This one has a sort of easy control, yeah, the higher and lower altitude right there. The other one, you have to put some fob, every time, higher 3,000, 6,000, 9,000, and so on, so right now, you add it. So you take your mask off. With this, you don't take your mask off, you just, like, as you, like, if you're jogging, things like that, right now, yeah. And it does wonders for my breathing, my overall cardiovascular workout, and my Mario, my Mario um, running tracksuit, if you like, yeah, we bought it some time ago. Really, it's really nice. I mean, it's comfortable, everything, and it's very stylish, as well. Right? Also, Mario is one of the characters, and you see them online right now. It's always doing thing in, he's champion. Apparently, until I bought this, yeah, I never heard of the character Mario, and I was so dumbfounded. It's so popular. It's out there. So that's so good. Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's nice. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, see, there's so many things out there. If you put your mind into fashion, this, that, it's all very nice now. And if you can buy them, if you desire to buy them, and then basically you might not have room in your wardrobe. There's lots of issues out there. You can't just stack clothes here, there, just you know, you know. So you have to look, the logistic of your household, right? If you have more room in your cupboard, then you can put there, and you can date them when you bought them, which season to wear them, when to wear them, how you feel on that day. I mean, a lot of people don't take simplest of note of these things, right? They just, like, anyhow, just it's there, they buy it. The catalogs are there, it's online. I mean, you can have it sent to you, and you can try them. If you don't like it, you can return them. So the people do that sort of thing, and you can have virtual imaging as well, right? The avatars, they wear the clothes that you would wear, and they look nice, and you get reviews out of it from people before you. There's lots of things like that there. So I mean, that's one direction, right? Yeah, you can take. So if you don't want to go into fashion and then stress yourself up because you have no space to put your clothes. A lot of people do that. It's just like, and then they wear, and then they give you away charity because there's no room in the cupboard. Because most of the time, it's one of those things. There's no room. Like if you got more than one person living in the house, a family perhaps. Now, yeah, I mean, when you can see how much clothing there will be in their house. Also, you got to think of those things, right? Now, yeah, summer, winter, and so. Yeah. So I mean, yesterday, I mean, it was here, yeah, and maybe I didn't look hard enough. This, like, this was there, right? Yeah. I find that if you're too alert right now, yeah, it could count, I guess, against you. You can go out of your way to remember everything, and I know how to do that right now. I'm sure other people do the same thing right now. The thing is, you know, yeah, I have seen, yeah, before when you pretty much know everything, yeah, and your surrounding and all that, yeah. But you sometimes you forget to do the actual main task, yeah. So I mean, I had a company called Power Breath. Power Breath, they do breath training. It's a digital device, yeah. So I bought them, I think a decade ago now, yeah. And it has use, after some years now, and mostly you need to change the battery, and I changed it at once, yeah. And I thought, well, battery goes after a year and a half, 2 years, the battery goes because it's those things that, yeah. And then I said, okay, I trained my breath and everything right, yeah. Research online, it's there right now. Yeah, you can the athletes, Olympians, and all that sort of thing right now. So, I mean, breathing is because issues to do with sedentary lifestyle, yeah, because sitting in bus stops, sitting in sofa, sitting in the workplace, sitting, park bench, you just, hey, you go shopping center, you're sitting somewhere, and the list goes on and on and on and on, yeah. So basically, people don't do exercise, because it should get your lungs going to work. So I trained my breath, yeah, and it was in the beginning, it was like, God, wow, yeah, because first time I felt like, we, this is fantastic right now, yeah. You can walk miles and miles, yeah. I started with walking right now, yeah. And so before it was like three kind of go after 5 steps, yeah. Three kind of literally right now, yeah. When I came in Leicester in 2000, that's now 22 years now, you see, a lot of things have changed since then. I remember because I sold my car in London right now, yeah, and I went continental route, yeah, here, there, Paris, and all that, yeah. And then come back to sunny England, for 4 months, I think, 3, 4 months, yeah. I forgot how many months, but it was in those range right now. And I went to turn to education because 3 months ago, just like that, I phoned my bank from Paris, yeah, to tell them that I was in Paris. So if I have to withdraw money, they would know the money is been withdrawn. And then I forgot to tell them when I was in London, right now, because of this withdrawal in Paris, and normally because the security, right, a lot of people, so. And it was very nice and everything, and it felt like I'm still in the phone call, the people answer the call center, the bank. I'm not going to say which bank, but so it was a bank. It was a building society at the time, right now. And so, yeah, I mean, and so when you moved to the city, I never lived here before. So I said, well, no, why not go walk around? And I going down the thoroughfare, yeah, not very far from here. Uh, and I said, God, yeah, I actually needed three kind of cooks, although it was a diet cooks, just to where I was living, about a mile from here where I am now, and to a couple of miles down the road, that way. I said before I could, oh God, it's tiring. It's tiring. What's going on here? Maybe the 3, 4 months I was away, I was in, doing a bit of enjoyment. I wouldn't say that much enjoyment of the beach in Provence and south of France and all that. But three kind of, because it's, oh God, this is no good. Forget joking, yeah. And of course, I was, oh, this is terrible, right? Yeah. And as soon as I do, so I still sort of go about once in a while to go jogging. He said, "Oh no, all preparation and the bottled water, drips, and all that sort of thing." And this is no good because you know why? You're preparing yourself, and you really need to work on the fundamentals. Yeah, your hamstring, your weight, your diet, your sleep. There are so many variables. Uh, the landscape, this hilly, uphill, downhill, uneven surface, like stones and, cement, concrete, and concrete slabbing and all that sort of thing right now. So you got to look at all these variables and a good pair of shoes as well, running shoes right now. Yeah. So if you and plus the other thing is if you worked in the day and then you're doing it in the evening, so you expend a lot of your energy there. So it depends which time of the day. So there's lots of things where you see the performance. Yeah, it's not only one thing right now. Yeah, so sometimes you go faster than the other time right now. Yeah. And I was really focused on getting to learn about the world of computing, yeah, and internet. And so I couldn't really. I had a choice, yeah, maybe a sporting career, maybe, yeah, or a career in IT, yeah. So I had to make a choice, yeah. It's when you make a career choice, you can't just unmake a career choice afterwards, because everybody needs a job, and I sold my house and saved a bit of money, not much, you see. So I know I have to really live within that money, right? Yeah. And then do the courses and see if I. Then of course they will look for experience, and then you do volunteering, but it's the same thing right now. Yeah. And of course you learn these things diligently and dutifully, and then the disappointment sets in. You apply for jobs and all that right now. Yeah. Grass is always green on the other side, because this is it, like so you end up doing jobs that you would have done in different capacity, maybe part-time jobs and things like that, like customer services and things like that, right now, in those kind of hospitality and that sort of thing. And if mine is not really up to you, that sort of thing, then you can really put your focus on a bit of money right now, pocket money, to do. Because otherwise, if you stay at home all day right now, it's not healthy right now. Yeah. So then, today is Saturday, the 26th of November 2022, and I went to the Parkrun, and I've written the result here, right? Yeah, and it's here right now, yeah. But basically, in 2019, in September, uh, that the previous month, in August, I had a bout of pneumonia. Now, pneumonia is something, it's quite common, right? Yeah, it's just out there. But of course, there's vaccines for it. Yeah, and I never vaccinated because I never somehow, I know people pneumonia, that vaccination, but I thought I had my vaccine, and somehow it was sort of not how. I didn't have the vaccine right now, so obviously I was gutted. I spent 3 weeks in the hospital, and you lost some weight. Quite a bit of weight right now. You don't feel like eating. Yeah. So if a person doesn't eat 3 weeks completely, it's only eat this much food. And a grown adult right now, yeah. A human being, if you don't eat, obviously after 24 hours you see you like. So I had to, first of all, I have to really go to treatment, then the recovery, and then the rest, recuperation, and getting the body to really get back energy. So you have to get your appetite back. Yeah. So if you don't eat, then you won't have energy right now. Yeah. So I had to really go, the medicines and everything, the hospital, doctor's appointment, the follow up, everything. Yeah. So it's months and months, you went by, and then I came across Parkrun, yeah. Somehow I came across, that was maybe that bit of information somewhere. It might be the internet, or somebody mentioned Parkrun. Somebody must have mentioned it when I only spoke to somebody. Oh yeah, it's Parkrun. Oh, maybe I saw it in the. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's been, 3-4 years now, right now. Yeah. So now, once you lose your energy, it takes quite a while to recover. Right now, yeah, you have to get back to your appetite and the food, and slowly build your, energy. Right now, yeah. It took me almost a year and a half, yeah, to get to a certain level of energy, not the complete level of energy that I had before. I felt like, okay. So it's a building process, it's just, something that you can't force yourself. If you stress yourself, oh, then it just counter intuitive, right? Yeah, it's just you have to wait until you recover and slowly. So it's so best to go to walk, yeah, around the block, in the neighborhood, in the parks, yeah. So and yeah, uh, let's have some water. Now, yeah, when I saw an ad while I was in hospital, right? Yeah, on my mobile phone, uh, you see these sort of, you know, in your uh, those hold on, what it is? It's here somewhere. Um, I'll bring it out. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I should have better prepared myself for the video, but I know this is relevant, to this recording. Uh, yeah, I saw that they had, yeah, while I was rest, recovering from my pneumonia, right? Yeah, these for the legs, yeah, you put on your back of your knees, yeah. So I mean, it gives you strength, like you could go uphill. It's you see them on like online videos and all that, about robotics. Military people, they use it. Yeah, or they're experimenting with it. Yeah. So if you're carrying a 50-pound, what is the message? Yeah, 50-pound, pack, yeah, military gear, and 50 pounds is a lot of weight, and you're doing 25-mile run, yeah, your leg, yeah. So I said, well, it's okay, yeah. I mean, I bought this pair right now, yeah. I think it was 6, 7 pounds right now, yeah. It's one of them ad I saw on YouTube right now, and I bought it while I was in hospital right now, so I have it. And then when I came, here, it was delivered right and so on, so right now, yeah. So I'll just put this on the one side right now, yeah. So in the beginning, yeah, I used these, just to do a bit more walking, yeah, uphill, down, and just then I have to get my energy, yeah. That's because if you sit around and just nothing will happen, right? Yeah, you would more support, more support, more support, yeah, and so really you have to do the work right now. So that gave me the impetus, right, to say really to take up jogging, I said, look, I have to rely on myself now, right? I can't rely on things because things, four wheels like a car, and if you're constantly getting all this creature comfort, and even that's not enough, and it's stressing us up, and it just doesn't add up. So then, I mean, there are other digital version to this because thousands, and they can buy them right now. Believe me, if you have money, you can buy these things right now. So it's like, well, it's a poor man's Eiffel Tower, really. I mean, you might not be able to go there. A lot of people, but you can actually, so okay, I've got it right here. I mean, there are replicas around the world right now. People because they just can't afford to go the actual Eiffel Tower in Paris right now. Yeah, the city of love and then romance and that sort of thing. So, so I just thought because you know have humor yourself sometimes because otherwise it was all like sort of very hard life, all that. No, yeah, because a lot of people have hard life right now, so we have to think, have perspective to these things right now. Yeah, and basically, I mean, anything to do with the body matters, yeah, health issue. It's never you do it and that's it for life. It's never like that right now. It's an ongoing thing. Your diet, your nutrition, your food, the way you feel. I mean, it's just, so I did my laundry today. Right now, yeah, I wash at home now. You see, it's just getting, be more practical, right? Yeah. Because if you go washing machine right now, yeah, basically the washing machine is doing it for you, but then there's no exercise involved. There's no, there is. This is very important to see. It's being relying on oneself. Yeah. Because I've seen people they just like completely like everything is like Alexa and everything. It's all nice, yeah. But when these things they don't work right, yeah, or they have no electricity, uh, then everything just like and suddenly people, oh, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? Right, yeah. So and then eventually, yeah, you find out that people, they need therapy afterwards, yeah. So life is difficult, and then you really look into it right now, yeah. If one is more reliant on oneself right now, yeah. If you want to go somewhere, take a bicycle or walk or jog right now, yeah, or take a skateboard, yeah, or roller skate. I mean, there's I mean, I had an electric skateboard a little while ago, yeah, because I mean, I bought the wrong skateboard. It's not a story. So I always buy things because there's always money issues, right? Yeah, because well, work, I've been working some 0 hour contracts, so I have to make sure. And you can't buy these things like months and months away, right? Because it's you have to really these things you have to feel it. You do it here and now. That's it, right now. Yeah. But I am in the near future. I'll get my gear. Yeah, more premium versions. They cost money, thousands. Right? Yeah. But then the lifestyle that you feel, the things you can accomplish and do things, feel things, be part of things right now. Yeah. That it will be impossible, like if you use your traditional means. Yeah. I mean, I have people liking my videos on TikTok now, yeah, but I'm not engaged with them in any meaningful way. In fact, I'm not engaged at all. This is something that you have for the immediate, sort of intermediate future right now. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself right now, yeah, and link up with our knowledge. You pick up things. Sometimes things seem impossible to achieve right now. Yeah, and then you find out it's not that impossible. It's just there. It's so keep your minds and open mind, and just don't close your mind to everything else. Because if you close your mind, then you don't want to pick up information. Yeah. So my issue is yeah, get back to circulation, meaning work. Yeah. So I'm doing the SIA course. Yeah, I mentioned that in yesterday's video, and so I mean, obviously, yeah, you can work for events, you can work in various capacity, right? Yeah, and this will never be out of work. It's always work. Yeah, work at the airports. Anywhere there's security, there's always need security. Yeah, just everywhere. Yeah, and so you have to really think, because all these companies, like yeah, if you apply for their jobs, yeah, invariably it means you have to commute, yeah, and spending money before you earn the money, and it just get into debt, and I went to this route, unfortunately, a few times, yeah, because I didn't prepare myself. I said, look, so you prepared yourself, you all your money, all your financial things you had, some, for a rainy day and all that, and then you spend it and then nothing, yeah. Because you're relying on the company to give you the money at the job, yeah. And what if they mess about, yeah? People do, yeah. You just go look around, yeah. I mean, a lot of people. This, I mean, I just saw somebody put wasn't it yesterday and today as well, right? Yeah, about the fire brigade in London and the inquiry. And I mean, I don't understand, this type of organization. How can you get away with things like that? It's a workplace, for God's sake. And I mean, you know, it's beyond me. I mean, putting things, stuffing, you know, things in people's pocket, is religiously a no-no. Uh, you know, putting body fluid uh, on helmets, and I mean, it's just as soon as I see a snapshot, I say, oh, I know these people right there. So and then the mentality of some of these people right now, yeah. But where's the management? It's a workplace. You just come to work here and you're living your shish kebab, right? Yeah. I mean, Saturday night. I mean, and supervise. I mean, sign a contract here. Yeah? So it's basically, just very unprofessional, and then all these people, they just come out to the woodwork after inquiry and they declare, yeah, yeah. So no, let's get some. No, that's not good enough. It's your organization. You recruiting the people, and in the beginning, you see people first they go to work, and they're hating everybody around us. Oh no, I don't want these people around me. It's only for me. So excuse me, we just give you a job, right? And you're saying, oh, no, yeah. Well, the management to pull them aside and say, what are you doing? We, this is not your uh, play, yeah. This is not your theater right now. Yeah, it's not a film set or something right now. Yeah. So I mean, and it's a waste of money. You see this inquiry. It's simple, right? You go to work, workplace, yeah, and a fire brigade of all things. That it's very important, because people need emergency services. I mean, there's fires all the time, but rescue the cat, and and that about is well, you just take them by the shirt collar. Excuse me, yeah, yeah. No, this is an organization. I mean, this is not your backyard. Comprende? You know. As they say in China, comprende. They don't speak, Spanish over there. But I'm just saying, like, yeah. Just, and why you act so innocent? Yeah, it's a political. Yeah, like, Mister, you work here, don't you? Right? The contract. Yeah, yeah. Okay, like, yes. You know, and all this tons of money spent on inquiries and no. I really, and you're not dealing with people who maybe 10,000 years ago, who didn't have the written alphabet and urban living and Shakespeare, and even then people understood how to behave themselves. Yeah, there's a time for fighting with the neighbors. Yeah, there's a time to sit down and eat. Yeah, watch a bit of Crossroad. Yeah, uh, on the rock. Yeah, and then see all the life. Yeah, and you can see in your pastures. Oh yeah, your telly. Oh, that's my telly right there. So that's you know, and I I can't understand. Like, if you're in a queue, you're a supermarket, you have to wait in the queue. And if somebody's at the front of you push their bottom, darling, yeah, I'm going first now, yeah. You tell your boyfriend, I'll buy me a pint, yeah. On Saturday night. That's not on, is it? Yeah. And I've seen people in queues, yeah, oh, right, it's taking too long. And they don't wait at the back right now, and they just go near to your, when you use the contactless. Listen, what are you doing, man? You shouldn't wait here, yeah. And the customer service people will tell them, they tell them, excuse me, you have to wait over there, yeah. Uh, and uh, and and then thinking, well, it's my private, information right now. My, I mean, this guy just has a time, right now. Yeah, they're entitled, yeah. And what's made it worse, you see, yeah, it's multicultural society here in Leicester, right now, yeah. So people from different culture live here and different background experiences right now, yeah. And it confuses everything right now, yeah. What? And I've seen this like, yeah, so many times right, yeah. And then you find out the next day following my, yeah, Leicester, yeah, there was a bus stop, this, that, yeah, and it just, Leicester is like, it's just, well, this part of the Midlands right now, you just see these small things and say, well, how come this happened, right, yeah. There was some issue with this cyclist a little while ago, in town, and it's just like, yeah. And so, okay, um, let's have some more water. So when I started in 2019 in September, the first run, yeah. Well, you have your Parkrun account, so you can see the first run and so on and so forth. So I just ran a few of them right now, yeah, just to the first run in 2019 September, the 5 kilometer, 3 miles right now, yeah. I was 52 minutes and 18 seconds. Okay, and of course this was right after I mean, I came out of I think it was late July that I went to hospital, and I came after 3 weeks. I left the hospital, so I was in the hospital 3 weeks. So that's the first time I spent any time in hospital. Although I used to work in a hospital, right? Yeah, and I did following during COVID. I worked in hospital as well, right? Yeah. Not in a sort of big way right now, yeah, but I've worked because I live in the same neighborhood as the hospital there, but I worked in a hospital in London as well, right now, yeah. So, but I've never ever was a patient in a hospital, let's put it this way, right? So it feel like 3 years I was in the hospital, like, because you don't feel like eating, it's like everything seems to be so terrible it was right now, yeah. I made videos and I put them online right now on YouTube. I think it's still there right now on my channel right now. And so, that was it. No, yeah. Fast forward after COVID, everything was in the COVID. You can go, yeah. And then, I think, yeah. So fast forward to this year, right? No, yeah. Fortnight ago, well, last week, it was I did just a walking, like the first time I've done the walking, yeah, uh, uh, 5 kilometers. So it took 44 minutes and 42 seconds, yeah. So really, you just add 11 minutes plus, yeah, uh, jogging minus walking right now. So that's the difference right now, yeah. And the week before that, it was 36 minutes and 5 seconds uh, jogging, yeah. But today, yeah, this week, I mean, from Monday to Friday, I jogged every morning. And so I'm going to jog tomorrow, and I'm going to jog 7 days now, right now, yeah. So I just do 2 miles, but instead of doing 3 miles, you just try to build up a speed, yeah. Normally you do your sprint, yeah, you do on your treadmill, but treadmill is different to going outdoors. It's much hard. Outdoors is much harder, yeah, because you can do treadmills miles and miles, and they find out. Then you go around the block, yeah, because it's different right now, completely right now. So I'm not going with the science behind it because there's lots of things out there right now. Yeah. I'm just going through now. It's myself right now. There's no. I'm not looking for people to, endorse, put likes on my videos and things like that right now. It's me, sort of self therapy like live. That's what it is. You see. It is self therapy, isn't it? Right now, yeah. And that's why I feel like if you have nobody to speak to right now, yeah, when you leave somebody like oneself right now, yeah, a single individual right now, yeah, then there's nobody to speak to. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I do this broadcast right now, yeah. So tomorrow is gonna be, powerlifting day, yeah. So first thing jogging, and then doing the cycling behind me, and then doing my Wonder Core smart exercise for the abdominal. Right, that's a really good one. Yeah. And I don't use my mask as much as I used to before, because I feel like I've overcome that. Right, yeah, it's something, but in the beginning it was really give you that, that startup, right? You just whoa, you feel the difference right now, yeah. Then you can jog miles and miles. You have done 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles right now, yeah, and longer, because you improve right now breathing. Yeah. What with the digital device, yeah. I forgot his name now. Yeah. So beg your pardon, right? Power breath. Yeah. I would have bought the following latest version, but it's always a money constraint, I'm afraid. Yeah. Because they cost money, quite a bit of money right now. Yeah. And you got to keep in tune with, latest technologies right now. Yeah. You can buy analog ones, back in the day, they used to have them right now. Yeah. I didn't know these things right, because I'd never accessed the internet right now. It was there all along. Yeah. I had issues before because it's always you're looking for creature comfort, and then good food and all that, and sitting down, lovely job, yeah. And so the body doesn't do much, yeah. And everything seems to be so, ooh, yeah. Terribly difficult, and one becomes very, very intellectual. Yeah, I need to carry a hat and umbrella, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, but then these things, you go through changes, yeah. And so obviously, I mean, I have to lose some weight. I'm on this intermittent fasting diet for the last 5 months now, right now, or 4 months or so, right now. So this morning I didn't have breakfast. I just had a glass of water, and I had a cup of coffee, yeah, and then I went jogging. Right. Normally it was like, oh, I've had to breakfast and all that. No, no. So things are, they're building up right now. Yeah. Fingers crossed. It's the first time I actually went at breakfast right now. Yeah. I had breakfast afterwards when I came, yeah. But I had breakfast at 11 o'clock. Normally I never have breakfast that late. Yeah. But then you feel like, it's progress for me. Yeah. At least, that's what I think right now. Although some people say, well, you could have something nourishing before you do your jogging. But you got to work out the right thing, balance for you. So it's the first time I have done anything like this. Right? So it's feel, so it could be if I had a good breakfast and wait an hour and then go walk a mile, and then go to the park, yeah, it's almost a mile from here. Victory Park is right there, yeah. Then of course, I've got my Brook shoes, running shoes. It's very, very famous, company, Brook shoes. Apparently, because until I bought the Brook shoes, I did never heard of them. Apologize for my ignorance about shoes. Yeah. So there's so many good shoes, and then of course the weight. Yeah, I am somewhat overweight. Yeah, but in the beginning, right now, yeah, I lost 5 kg straight away. Yeah, within a week, 10 days, right now. Yeah, 2 weeks tops, right now. But then you see the weight. Yeah, you have to do the exercise. Yeah, and to get to your desired optimal weight right now. Yeah, so all these things will slow you down. You have to forget the diet, nutrition. I had a good night's sleep. That's fine right now. Yeah, and so you got to look at all the variables right now. Yeah, everything that's happening right now. So just try to build it up. So my aim, yeah, and my internet browsing, yeah, and social media addiction is under control miraculously. miracle in Leicester. At least for me anyway. Oh, thank goodness right now. Although I have been listening to Box, here it's an app, I listen to uh, a book by I believe it's David Churchill as an author. You know, I think it's David Churchill. Um, and so, but it's because I was a radio guy before. I used to listen to a lot of radio in cars at home right now. Yeah. But then I graduated to other things like YouTube. So I have to, instead of looking for constant, entertainment right now. Yeah. If it's, of course, if you do, what have you done for yourself? I mean, looking for a job, this, that. I mean, it's focus on those things. Yeah. You can always listen to music on the earpiece, but you're going jogging. Couldn't you do that music for an hour? Come on. Yeah. Just you know, just focus on one thing at a time right now. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, I hope to really by next Saturday right now. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah, when I go jogging at the Parkrun, the 5 kilometer Parkrun, I have to see an improvement. Yeah, because although I have done my BFR training, blood flow restriction training, yeah, the Kalshankov Pro, yeah, I've done it Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, yeah. But then I was doing on Wednesday, I was doing the first aid course, yeah, and all the excitement, all that, right now, yeah. I said, well, why don't I spread it instead of doing it straight Monday to Friday, 5 days, and have 2 days break, right, yeah. Why don't spread it over the 7 days and take Wednesday off right now, yeah. But then Wednesday became Thursday, and then Friday, and of course today it was Parkrun, and it's laundry day, right? I could have done it because when I come back from that, I felt my body, yeah. Because although I didn't have breakfast, yeah, and I felt like, ooh, so I had, you know, I didn't have much breakfast, yeah. I think what I had, yeah. Just tea, I think, yeah, and just a bit of bread, yeah, just little bit, yeah, not that much, yeah. That's it. That was my thing, right? I had my main meal about 4 o'clock. That's all meal I had right now, yeah. And I feel like full now. I mean, yeah, I didn't eat that much, yeah. I mean, no, it was measured right now, yeah. You know, oh, what is advised, yeah, by health professionals, and it's not a fab diet like this much. No. I went to these people looking good, everything, but no energy, low energy, as would Donald Trump would say. You know, uh, our brother in political conversation, brother. Oh, I'm blushing now. You okay, so you can talk about people despite their politics right now. You can compliment them right now, and I'm not complimenting anybody here, let alone Donald Trump right now. Yeah. So you know, thank goodness I don't belong to any political party. Otherwise, I had to defend everything I say. Yeah, conviction. Yeah. So, but I'm just trying to this week. Yeah, Monday right now. Yeah, it's all changed. I'm going to flat out. 5 days right. Yeah, and Saturday go to the gym. Yeah, but you can see the improvement. Yeah, from fortnight ago, from 36 minutes to and 5 seconds to 33 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah, so that's and of course this week all 5 days I went to actually started last Sunday. Yeah, Sunday and all the way to Friday right now. Yeah, that's yesterday. I went jogging outdoor locally. So I woke up early in the morning and jogging and come, and uh, glass of water and do the next exercise and the Wondercore and it's really good. This Wondercore. I had it for some 5 6 years now. Right now. Yeah, and I bought the following version from one of them shops, right? Yeah, but it apparently it has something missing, and so I got my money back from them. I said, look, this is missing, and I can't buy them anywhere else. And they couldn't get me a new one for some reason. You can buy them online right now. The rowing version of Wonderco right now, smart right now. But there's not much space here, so but I really wanted that right now. Yeah, you can do lots of exercise on it right now. Yeah. So, but this week right now, yeah, this coming week, I'm going to make sure that I just follow the routines. On next Saturday right now, yeah, I'm going to have to see. There will be an improvement. I can show you that right now. Yeah. I have to at least shave off at least minute and a half, if not 2 minutes right now. Yeah. Because the variables, the weight, the diet, nutrition, the stress, the shoe, um, uneven surface, just and there's a lot of people. Oh, and of course, I forgot to wear my glasses, mirrors, my hand mirrors. Yeah. You just wear them in your hand, and you can see who's behind you. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So I've got a few of them, over there right now behind me, and I completely forgot. You see people in Parkrun. There's many people. They're trying to come very close to you because they go into the straight path, and you have to know. You have to move. There's a lots of things. Yeah, and they want to accidentally trip over, and that's like. So next week, yeah, I'll make a note in my calendars. The calendar is really good right now. Yeah, on the phone. Take the the magic mirror, the magic mirror. Yeah, I bought this years ago, right now. Yeah, even before because like sometimes you're going lots of places. You're in a hurry, yeah, and you don't make any eye contact with anybody right now. This way, that way, you gotta know who's behind you right now. Yeah. Whereas if you just go walking, then you're gonna admire things, look at things, and you're in a hurry. You got lots of things like that. So I have to wear them right now. Yeah. I just do my stuff and this that with the car over there and think, oh, that's it. It's off right now. Yeah. You're doing about half an hour. It will take 5 hours to do right now. Yeah. Because if you just take the regular walking pace right now. So yeah, I used to do deliveries and that sort of thing right now. Yeah. When I had my car and all that. So you gotta know who's behind you, right? That's it. Right? Yeah. And if he's behind, then you go, oh, he's working. Okay, just that way. Yeah, that's it. Now. And the next one, right now. So, yeah, I think somebody else posted a video on TikTok. Somebody I'm following, and that person is also following me as well, and that person, I'm not going to say it's a he or she because it's relevant for this recording. It's really up, it's just there. You can see it so, so inspiring to see somebody, wow, yeah, just doing marathon and all that. It's, good heart, yeah, positive, yeah. Yeah. So I'm doing the SI course Monday, the customer service part, yeah, and so I'm just want to make sure that because uh, if you abandon everything right and just follow on one thing right now, yeah, it has an effect as well right now because you need to keep a sort of normality. You can't just do one thing and forget everything else. You need to do your daily routine and things like that. So I made a mistake in the last 3 months. Right now, you just forget everything else, yeah, and then it had its downside as well. So you gotta wake up a bit early in the morning. That's what it is. An hour before that should do it. Just do your 2 miles. I know. You can do 5 kilometer, but the point is to increase speed. Yeah. So hamstring, yeah, and the bionic edition, you know, bionic for the bionic man, uh, bionic, yeah, yeah. Uh, so I mean, I don't buy them when I go, yeah. I mean, I when I left hospital right now, yeah, I came, it was in the post waiting for me, and so hold on, no, no, hold on. I think I ordered it, yeah, and then when I came back from the hospital, it was delivered then. Oh, I think it was like that, so yeah, because when I see something right now, yeah, I know what I need to do. I need to go walk for a walk, yeah. And if I needed help right now, yeah, because the pneumonia, it takes the life force out of you, yeah. It took me a year and a half just to become just just bit of regular, not total regular energy. That's how bad it was right there. So everything you have to wait, do your stuff right now, yeah, and you know, so and all these things, and then right after that we had the COVID, and it's just the endless, situation. No, forget jobs. I mean, one's thinking of is it the end of the world? Yeah, So I mean, we've been with the virus in this planet uh, ever since life came in. So virus is not something new. Yeah. Just that modern, politicking and blame game and all this is confusion, interests of the corporations, yeah, and make money out of people's desperate plight, yeah, and making difficult more and more difficult for everybody, yeah. Basically, it's the haves and the have-nots, yeah. So that's for the entire planet, yeah. Yeah. Just not one catchment, which part of the world, catchment area, this city, that community, it's the entire world. Yeah. So you can see people waiting for the queue to get the COVID jabs, and you had people, it's terrible. It was, yeah, and still it's an ongoing thing. Yeah, so I've been without social media for now close to a week now, so I feel like I can focus on my own thing right now. Yeah, so your self therapy, self regulation is very good, long as you are willing to stick to it. A lot of people they can't stick to things, Yeah, you'll find people they'll make resolution and such things, Yeah, but sometimes it takes a friend, somebody to overlook, look over you, and see, all right, mate, what's up, dude? Yeah, it goes a long way. That sort of connectivity right now, yeah. But the more and more we progress into the new millennium, yeah, it's 2022 now. Everything is just technology, and more people making it difficult for themselves to be regular. Yeah. Nobody just. That's why there's so many single people. There's crises everywhere. Single people having issues, not setting up their own family, and millionaires, and who can't find partners. That's just not that I'm a millionaire. Yeah, right now. So, and I wasn't a millionaire before, but I can imagine somebody who can't find a life partner because there aren't that many uh, single people in their community where these people live, these individuals live right now. Yeah, they can't find it, so they might have to go somewhere else. Yeah, and look for you know, set up their family. Somebody they can to find to live together and raise a family basically. Yeah. So these things, I mean, we're creating all this for ourselves. The motivation is money. You know, lots of money. I get all my goodies, everything. Yeah. So that's the motivation. But then we forget the basics. Yeah, the basics of life. Yeah. Family. And I'm not peddling some kind of missionary thing like family. Just that's how people live, right? One generation to the next, your family, and you live together, and that's it. You have children. That's how it is. And it should make it difficult. Oh, I can't find a partner because I tried, and everything has to be. It's linked to performance of how well you do in your career, or your social standing, or your physical uh, appearance, or how become muscles, and you know how many people you have followers on Instagram, and you just make it difficult for yourself. You wake up and you wear your loincloth, as they say 10,000 years ago, as a excuse me, hello, the next coronation still star, in this wooden hill. Goodness, that's how simple life is. I mean, you just you know meet and greet, and if you make it difficult, uh, just put conditions for yourself, to set up a family and to go out with somebody, then it will be difficult because you're making this, society is making, and all these dating app, and it just these people. I mean, it just Tinder. Oh God, you know, whatever for nobody means. I don't think I well, I have a registered on Tinder, but nobody cares to even to cultivate some kind of understanding on, it's just all pictures, lovely, everything nice, and that's it. That's all, and they're still single. Some of them are, It's just a profile, yeah, and so many digital mishmash going, so people look very different when you see them actually. Uh, So if people, we just make it difficult for oneself right now. It's our own own undoing of our society right now. It's very simple. You meet somebody, and you interact with them, yeah. You could like, you know, it's socializing. That's what it is. And you meet one person after now, yeah, this, that, and that's how you meet people, understand somebody, and that's how you set up homestead, yeah. But if you're into all right, you don't belong to this political persuasion, well, again, just I given up in those directions. Yeah. Although I hope, yeah, as soon as I live, get a job, yeah, and move to ground floor property, yeah. I mean, you'll meet people in the world of cycling and all that, right? Yeah, and you can set up home, no issues. I mean, because you meet people all the time. I mean, socialize. But here, you live in a tower block right now, yeah. And as soon as you just come to a flat and you don't know anybody, and so there's a lot of issues out there right now, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now, right now. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I do things correctly. It's how ordinarily, things are done right now. You meet people, and you go out your way to ingratiate yourself, yeah, in their good side, yeah, and then get to know them, yeah, yeah, perhaps ha- uh, digitally hold hands, politically correct way. And then slowly, just saying there's so many ways in it. This is all created by human being, all this technology. So you can just get along, yeah, the rice bowls, everything slowly. You find, you get to like somebody, yeah, they like you too, yeah, So, that's how you people meet the world, In societies, you have people, have arranged marriages, yeah. So, there's, you know, because you cannot live forever by yourself, yeah. God knows I should know these things, yeah. But you got to keep your mind sort of balanced, yeah. Everybody needs company. They need to be part of other human beings, yeah, around them, yeah. It's just natural, yeah. you can't be by yourself continuously, yeah. And that's why a lot of people, they get to, like mood issue because they are go to work, come home, there's nothing else to do. It's all technology, yeah. And if you're not in technology, still what else is there right now? You eat your dinner, and that's it, and it's just like you're formulating a lifestyle, and other people are selling things to you, and you're buying them, and that's all you're doing. Yeah, like I'm talking about online purchases and things like that. You're sitting there, and I had a treadmill here, a folding one right now, yeah, but there was no room here, because the living flat and downstairs, I'm mindful that the noise will seep through downstairs, and your tenancy condition that although nobody complained right now, then I said I don't want to take chances right now, yeah. So I gave actually the treadmill to somebody. They use it for a long time right now, yeah. But then I can buy treadmill with noiseless, yeah, for $3 more. Yeah. So yeah, and there's just so many things I mean on Facebook. Yeah, you just like yeah. So it doesn't make any noise. So you can do you know uh, sprint in the house. Yeah, and so regulated space, and you can do outdoor jogging, and then or vice versa, warm up here, and then go outdoor. You can't replace outdoor jogging right now. You need to go out. Yeah, and that's how things are done right now. Yeah. So treadmill is like you build a certain, you know, a certain type of cardiovascular, yeah, improvement, yeah. But you need to go out and do jogging. That's the way things to, like you're taking your whole body out there, and you know. So yeah, so I'm just going to make sure that this time right now, yeah, there's one thing at a time right now, yeah. Making sure that once you improved your jogging ability, your cycling will improve at the same time. Yeah, that is for sure right now. Yeah, because it's the hamstring and back right now. Yeah, it's of so general fitness right now. Yeah, so build up energy right now. Yeah, and so that's the improvement. Yeah, but I have quite a way to go right now. Yeah, but all this start and stop right now. Yeah, I mean, imagine like 2019 September, 52 minutes and 18 seconds right now. Yeah, but that was right after I had my pneumonia, and that was advised by my GP that you need to do some exercise. And I said, can I go jogging? And somehow I came across Parkrun. I haven't heard of Parkrun before that. And although Parkrun has been around, I seem to, I always never heard of things, yeah, like this or the other. Maybe I'm just like single-minded. I don't know. I mean, yeah. But these things are such a fantastic way. I mean, today it was really good. Yeah, there's so many lovely, enthusiastic park runners, like in a way, yeah. So and I really like, why? That's really good. Yeah. I can really look forward to it now. Yeah. So going to the park run right now, yeah. So I want to be number one. Yeah. Maybe in 6 months, maybe 8 months, I might year one. It's possible. It's well within the realm of accomplishment. Believe it is. Yeah. Because if you analyze my progress here, right, yeah, I have to work on the leg. I mean, I've got my elevation training mask. I had it for more than a decade. Well, this is the latest version I bought, about 2018. The videos online still. Yeah. So it's only because of this, higher and lower button right now. Yeah. Because the other one you have to take those fobs I didn't put them on just you know. So rather like my occultation training caps right now. Yeah. I just couldn't wait for digital because months and months now. The money is in short supply. That's look. But in fullness of time, I'm gonna just. You need to be more spontaneous. Time is very important. You can't spend. God knows at the gym I used to spend 6 hours. I can't believe, and no result because you're waiting for other people to finish the gym, and you're doing things, no planning. You're using all the equipment. Just here, there, everywhere, yeah. So yeah, so this is no good right now. Yeah, you need to really work out what benefit you're getting out of all this right now. So as soon as I came from back from the Parkrun data, I knew I had no breakfast, and so I felt tired right now. I need to, so I had a little bit of breakfast there, and I had a little nap, yeah. Also, I had a good night's sleep right now. Yeah. But from tomorrow, all this is going to change, and because tomorrow is going to be like strength training, yeah, there's a long strength training right now, yeah. Powerlifting, just behind there, I've got my barbells, yeah, all these things. I got, you know, because I had to get a separate barbell because one came my bench, yeah. You, if you take it out right now, it's the hand goes very close. Whereas the barbell, you need to make sure that you feel comfortable, and if you go like this, then the pressure is here right now. Yeah. So you need to make sure. So I have to get a separate barbell right now. It's a 15 kg one. It's quite heavy right now. Yeah. So if you add another 5 kg, that's 20 kg. So if you do squats right in there, yeah, then you build up 25, 30, 40, and 50, 60, and 80, 90, 100 right now, yeah, and then but you don't go not to go that far, yeah, unless you want to become a bodybuilder right now, yeah. I tend to stay at 60, yeah, that's it, yeah. But not all the time, but just because you find out, yeah, 2 days later that when you use your barbell right now, you need to do that first, yeah. You get your body to, you know, understand that you're not just lifting body weights for the sake of it. You're exercising. You're trying to get some kind of improvement to your physique right now. Yeah. So that's why it's to use the barbell right now. Yeah. And that's 15 kg right now slowly, and then put 5 kg. That's 20 kg right now, and you do 100 repetition. You see, yeah. Not in one go, right? You do 10, then 30-second rest, and so on, so on, so on. So that takes almost 40 minutes right now, yeah. So then you build up right now, yeah, and so on, so on, so right now, yeah. So, yeah, I'll call it a night, you see, and I've got a few things to do, and I'm going to stop this recording now.